out and about on a Thursday night. It is Rooster, crafty veteran that has been here a couple times here. Our FMX Big Purple Party headline, Deftones, Crosses, and now Palms in the hub. We have waited for this show, the return of Chino and Palms. Let's pass this around and introduce everybody.
Hey, what's up? I'm Jeff.
How's it going? I'm Clifford. My name is Aaron.
My name is Chino. Chuck. And collectively, I guess, yeah, we be Palms.
What we got going on, we got Palms going on. First off, Chino, talk about what people are going to see. Setting up separation from seeing Deftones to seeing Crosses and now to seeing Palms, because I can't think of too many cities that have had all three of your bands here.
No, I was thinking about that this morning as we were driving into town, and just how often I've been here in the last year. I mean, this will be the third time. First time was with Crosses here at Jake's Back Room, and then we did the Big Purple Party with Deftones, which was really fun. And now this Palms project, which is something that we recorded a record probably a little over a year ago. I put it out a little over a year ago, and really haven't done much. I mean, I've obviously been busy doing a lot of stuff. But we were able to get everybody, in the same place for a week or two, and so we're trying to play. I think we have 5 or 6 shows, and mostly, here in Texas, which is the great state of Texas, where we like to be. I guess where I like to be.
That's it. The stars at night are big and bright.
Everything in Texas is big.
That's what I'm talking about. To separate y'all's sound with Chino on vocals, I mean, it's got to be tough. It has to be tough to when you have 2 definitive bands, but you bring in a vocalist. Chino's voice is so recognizable. I'm sure that there was some kind of not a lashback, but I'm sure that the people were like, "Well, this is going to be ISIS with Chino on vocals, right?"
Kind of what it is to an extent. I mean, I mean, it's like I was a fan of them for a lot of years, and musically, I always liked what they did, and with their old singer as well. But when they broke up, I was hanging out with Aaron a lot in Los Angeles, and he was just like, me and a couple of the other guys are still, making music and stuff. So he actually sometimes comes out and drum techs for Abe with Deftones. So he was out there on tour with us one time, and he's like, "Here, check out these demos that we've made." And so I heard one of them, and I put it in my computer, and I sang like a quick little idea to it, and I sent it right back to him, like probably an hour after he gave it to me, and I think that sparked the initial idea, and then sadly, I mean, I think that the funner part about it, which is kind of what we're doing right now, would be if we were able to sort of do everything from together as a band. You know what I mean? Because what happened was the record that we put out was something that they all made without me being there, which it was great. But then I just added my vocals over it, where to now we're playing these live shows, we're kind of rewriting things a little bit, and it's a little different from the record. Mm-hmm. I'm playing guitar on it, and we have a new song that we just wrote that we're playing. And it's definitely feels more like a collective, the live, at least the live show.
Totally. So it's like it's kind of like a jam session then.
Kind of, man. It's like with your friends,
Yeah.
But and somewhere there's some songs in there,
Right. Talking about some of the best musicians in the world here that are able just to say, "Hey, let's run through this," and I think that people are going to be very, very stoked tonight. So, what are they going to see on stage tonight versus what they saw Crosses and Deftones?
Well, I mean, I describe this project as a little bit more. Maybe a little more cinematic, I think, than the other 2 projects. I mean, it's the songs are pretty long. I mean, we only actually play 6 songs in our whole set.
Okay.
But it comes out to be like an hour, 7 songs. Sorry.
Fact checker Chuck back there.
That's it.
But I mean, it's about an hour and 20-minute show. So it's different. It's like it's kind of like takes you through these peaks and valleys. It's very instrumental in that way, and like I said earlier too, it's like we're still kind of figuring it out. We've only played, I think, like this might be our 7th or 8th show as a band.
It's only our 2nd show outside of California.
Okay. Yeah. Because the first time when we first put the record out over a year ago, we played, I think, 4 shows.
Right.
And this
all in Cali.
Yeah, and this is our 3rd show.
Okay, cool.
Since we just started back up again last week. So yeah, it's interesting. Every night's sort of a little different.
Very cool.
But that's kind of keeps us on toes.
Well,
and it's
it's rock and roll, right? I mean, this is why we got into it for.